Colin, who decides to come out with an economic take, a political take that is rivals how bad his sports takes are of late. Now, I guess I should start this off with Colin Cowherd is a legend. All right, he's a legend. He back in the day, this dude, the fact that the dude could go 3 hours by himself, uh, and have interesting topics and be different takes and have a different perspective on everything. The dude is a legend in the sports radio world. All right, since he's
Legendary
got a Fox, I feel like
dipshit.
it's gone downhill, but he still is one of the greats at it. Right, he's not as good as he once was, but he is. He got to give him credit where credit's due. Okay,
Bro, real quick, read that last comment down there. You got everybody fired up about this, dude. If CU starts cussing, we know that he's fired up, dude.
because he read this thing on this take. It's so stupid. So here we go. Because the economy is now so political, the fact that inflation's down, job growth is accelerating, unemployment is only 3.7%, and the Dow Jones is over 39,000, it gets pushback. Here's what I know. U.S. casinos won $6.5 billion last year. Go back to yelling at the sky. Economy is okay. Dude is so disconnected. This is the problem. People sit there and look and they go, oh, we got low unemployment. We got high, Dow Jones at the stock market at an all-time high. Everything must be good. And all I say was, Colin, go buy a gallon of milk and some eggs. Compare that to what it was even 5 years ago. The working middle class does not feel like the economy is booming. The people at the top sit there and they say, oh, look at my stock portfolio. Let me tell you, the average working man doesn't even have stocks. So what do they care where the stock market's at right now? It's like,
exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. The majority of people in this country can't afford to buy stocks in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, people don't feel like it's just a terrible time to come out and say that the economy is doing great as people are living more and more people living paycheck to paycheck. Inflation, everything at the grocery store is more expensive. A lot of people in my comments here, as you can see, I got 22,000 views on that thing and 31 comments in it, and a lot of people were like, some of the pushbacks like, oh, that's a bad example. Eggs and butter, they don't cost that much. Or eggs and milk and whatnot, they still don't cost that much. And blah blah blah. And you know what? Those go up and down all the time. Eggs go up and down due to like a flu outbreak or whatever. Like that's a bad example. I'm like, you don't understand. The point is, if something's as common as milk, eggs, butter, stuff that you need. I know a lot of these people probably don't cook for themselves. They probably just Uber it and whatnot. But like things that you need to make, basically everything that you cook in life, if those things are going up, then everything else is also going up in price, which we all know. Go to the grocery store. Tell me, go to the gas station. Tell me things aren't higher than
exactly.
than
I mean, all those things. Yeah. And the stuff that you look at a lot of things. I've got a feeling a lot of Colin Cowherd's travel and stuff probably paid for by Fox. You know, I got a feeling he's not spending a whole lot on. He's probably got a company gas card and things like that.
Well, it just goes to show how disconnected these elitists are. People that make these, you make this money, you're out of touch with the work. Because he used to be like in touch with like a lot of the reasons why he came up to how he was, because he was in touch with the working class. You know what I mean? And now he's
what
totally
made him great, man. That's what he built his career off of, is the blue collar people that enjoyed hearing his takes. He did used to be more about the little people for a long time. This guy's been in sports for a million years, but he's just turned into a corporate dipshit. He had his stuff with ESPN, and he wound up going to Fox, but he's turned his mindset. You can tell with statements like this right here. And here's another thing, man. Doesn't nobody give a shit what you think about politics and all this stuff, Colin Cowherd. That's not what people watch you, man. You're a sports dude.
Well, the only reason why he's talking about this is because it's an election year, and he obviously wants one side to win over the other, which is fine. Yeah. That's right.
But I get so tired of this shit when these people are supposed to be involved with sports, and you're sportscasters or athletes or whatever. Like, I'll be honest, nobody really gives a shit about your political take. The only reason y'all give a shit about my political takes is because I don't know anything about it, and y'all just like to poke fun. That's the only reason anybody cares. Y'all come here to listen to me talk sports, man. You hear me talk about the economy and shit.
Yeah, Patriot says he's always been a dick. But this is the thing, is like, because a lot of the other pushback that I'd get, and I'd scroll through this if I had a free hand right now, but like other people are like, oh, well, this isn't all on Biden, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and they're like, Trump this, Trump that. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with Trump or Biden, right? Yes, the economy is where it's at because the Biden administration has made some dumb decisions and policies, in my opinion, over the years. But people also forget that Congress is also responsible for this. I'm not saying this is a Republican or Democrat thing. This is everyone's on the hook for this because Congress has voted for this shit too. All right. They're the ones that made these spending bills and pushed them through. They're the ones that like during COVID decide to throw in this huge $1 trillion thing. There's $25 million going to Pakistan for women's study. Why we needed to spend money on that, I don't know.
For what?
Right? What does that have to do? In one of the early COVID bills, one of the big ones, there was so much pork and so much. I think it was the 1. Was it the one? Maybe it was a 3 trillion, whatever one, the big one. There was one under Trump, and I think it was this one that I'm talking about. And then there was one after Biden took over. Big spending package for a response to COVID, and you just see all the pork, all the BS that's in there. Like, why are we spending money on this? And one of the things was $25 million over to Pakistan to help them educate them about women's rights and studies or something like that. And I'm like, what does that have to do?
$25 million?
Yeah, Cricket. And that's not even Cricket. That's not even like, there's so much stuff in there that you would just be shaking your head at. And the average American is shaking their head at, like, what are we doing? So this isn't just like a Republican or Democrat thing. This is both of them that I'm going after here. Because the economy is terrible right now, and everyone feels it who is in the middle class.
This is why I don't get involved in this shit. All this would do is piss me off. I don't know why y'all pay so much attention to this. It would do nothing but piss me off on a daily basis.
Because it pisses me off. That's why I'm involved in it. It pisses me off.
That's why I kind of like.
And you got stupid elitists like Colin Cowherd here who tried to tell you, no, you idiot, you don't understand. The economy is great. Go back to work. Quit bitching. Just shut up. Listen, my stocks are at an all-time high, and unemployment's at an all-time low. Let's not even talk about the fact that people, the government's fudging that data, and they track that data differently than they did 50 years ago and whatnot. No. And guess what? The casinos, they're making tons of money. So listen, me and all my rich pals, we're making a ton of money. You peasant, you need to just shut up and go to work.
Yeah, it feels kind of like feels like he's part of the royal family or something, doesn't
it? Yeah. Here's also another terrible take by him. Wait, hold on. That's that one. He also says, and I'll be posting any positive economic data I can get my hands on for the next few months. In essence, I'll be the balance on this hell site from the 24/7 fire hose of negativity, positive data, good news. It may drive some of you even crazier. C'est la vie. Well, here's the thing, Colin. That's the problem. You can't just post positive news. And some of that stuff, it might not even actually be positive. It might be just be spun to look like it's positive, right? Like, oh, look at our GDP was up, whatever, X percentage, or GDP was up, but it's like, yeah, but that's not like positive a growth. That was Congress spent a ton of money to get GDP up. That's not good. That's not sustainable. Can't do deficit spending and think that's positive, right? But that's the problem here, Greg. You can't just post positive things. You gotta also highlight the negative things to understand what's fully going on, to get the full picture.
Yeah,
I get what he's trying to say here, that everyone's always just negative, but there's a reason why people are negative, because clearly something's wrong.
You can't fix it if you just focus on the positive, when in my opinion, there's a lot fewer positives than there aren't. I mean, there's a lot of negatives out there. If you're just focusing on the positives, then you're not going to be able to fix the problem you have already.
Yeah. Super James, pay no attention to your household budgets. Look at my stock portfolio. Exactly.
And so, and then Marlene says the middle class getting crushed into oblivion. If the Dems win again, the middle class will no longer exist.
Yeah, Loki says he works in banking. There's been cuts all around. Yeah, even the tech industry, which is the one that's booming and keeping everything afloat right now, even they're doing job cuts right now. It's all the growth was in the government. Yes, absolutely, which is not good long term. Not good.
No, man. I mean, like I said, I try not to get too involved in all of this stuff anyway, because I feel like it would just drive me insane. And really, I know ultimately there's a lot of it we do not have control over, and everybody can sit there and think that we do, but there's a lot of it that we don't, and that's just the facts.
Yeah, it's just more of these politicians, and like even have like the talking heads, people that are even outside the political world. You got a guy in sports radio coming out, standing up for the politicians, just trying to convince us that everything's okay when we know it's not. And we're tired of it. This is why people like sports. This is why we don't talk about politics and sports, because we just want to get away from all this BS,
That's Well, I've been talking sports my whole life. I never wanted to get into this BS.
Yeah. So Colin Cowherd comes out with another ridiculous dumb take, and I'm gonna keep calling him out on it, and we'll keep talking about like we don't bring up I mean, we joke about politics and stuff like that, but when sports media people come out and blatantly do stuff like this, we're gonna talk about it because this is ridiculous. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
so. Listen, Cricket. If we ever make it and we become multimillionaires, don't ever let me get like this. Okay? Just don't let me do it. Tell me to
Oh, I won't.
retire before I get like this.
I'll call you. I'll call you out right in front of God and everybody. I promise.
Let's be honest. If we became multimillionaires, I'd probably the show would be exactly the same, and I'd just be at home with all my
Yeah,
kids and not have to work.
yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
I promise you, there ain't no amount of money gonna make me any different, man. I'm still gonna be me. I might live in a little bit bigger house, drive a nice car, might fill the gas tank up, but it ain't nothing gonna change that much. I just won't have to worry about all the different financial parts of the world anymore.
You might have like 6 pairs of fancy Crocs, but you won't
Ooh, no,
change.
no, 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 no Crocs. I'd have me all the Hey Dudes though. All of them, man. Give me some new flat bills, maybe a few new button ups. Shoo wee.
Yeah. I just hate it that they try to gaslight you and this stuff. It's like the thing when Biden comes out and says, no president has lost more jobs than Donald Trump during his tenure. But look at me, I've added so many jobs since I've took office. And it's like, dude, no one falls for that. Everyone knows the reason why Trump technically lost so many jobs was because of COVID. Because everyone got laid off or everyone was put on pause because of COVID. So no one's good. You could hate Trump all you want. You can't say that's his fault. That's no one's fault, no matter who was in office. And then you don't get to turn around and as those jobs start coming back, say, oh, look at I created all these jobs. No, that's everyone just going back to work, dude. Only the most delusional people believe that take.
Super James. Super James says he'd buy a whole new family, hire better hookers, and eat fancy ketchup.
Dijon ketchup, huh? Okay.
Ooh, man.
Okay. Biden can't
Yeah.
even spell jobs. That's true.
That man can't spell much, man. I guess.
That dude just struggles to walk.
I started to say that man is he's just here for show. Total figurehead. I'm pretty sure the lights is on, but nobody's home there.
Yeah. So there's our political talk for the day. I just wanted to.
Yeah, we can go back to a little sports action now.